Great question. I decided very young that I liked to do creativity, and so I wanted to paint. And then I went to an art university in Canada, OCAD University, and the teachers that I had who were teaching art and painting, sucked, and I didn't want to be like them. But there were people teaching advertising, and I was like, oh, wow, I can use my art ability and work in a business and make money, because that's what I wanted when I was younger, was to improve my life. So I studied advertising and went into that 30 years ago. I think that somebody should pursue a career in PR and advertising because they're both growing careers. You always need communications, and there are statistics. So the CIPR did research, and they found that I think it's like 15% or something is increasing in jobs in public relations, and advertising, the spend in advertising goes up globally every year. So, and countries like China and India have over 1 billion people, and they're developing economies, and they need advertising and PR to get messaging out. So it's a growing business. So I think it's worthwhile that you guys study it, because there will be jobs when you get out. Yeah, I think this is a great question. I do think that our course here at the University of Westminster prepares students for a job in PR and advertising, because what we do here is, because we're in London, first of all, we have access to some of the best agencies in the world and people working in communications. And also in the course, what we've done is that each year our students are challenged to create messaging. So in the first year, they get together, create an agency, and create messaging for a packaged good. Second year, like you guys are doing, it's creating an online campaign that is live for 2 weeks. And then in the third year, you create a whole campaign on your own. And you pitch it to people who are from the industry. And so what that means is that when you go out into the real world, you have done what most people in PR and advertising do, which is researching, creating strategies, and designing creative and evaluating it. And you've done it in school, so when you go out, you can talk about that and get your jobs and actually do it. So yes, we definitely prepare you. I think that London is the best city to study PR and advertising in Europe and also the world. Just because I think London, because of the way Britain was, and Britain went out to the world, Britain went to North America, went to Africa, went to Asia, and went to other parts of Europe and the Middle East, and those countries come to London. So we already have those trade routes. So what I've noticed is when news stories happen, they usually start in London, and then I see how those news stories travel around the world. So London, I think, is the center of global communications, along with New York, and I would argue Los Angeles, just because of Hollywood. And also, India is growing in terms of communication, and so is China. But London, I think, is the center globally. Well, I think you guys are already doing the future, because we predict that PR and advertising are going together, because the way you do an ad campaign and the PR campaign, the structure is the same. So there's overlap there. We're teaching you that, and we think that is the future. So clients don't have to have just a PR agency and then a separate ad agency. You guys are being trained so you can do both. So the clients can go to you to solve both their PR and advertising problems. And I think that's where the future is.
Perfect. Thanks very much for your time.
You're welcome.